Well, it was back in November 2019 when the then Prince Andrew sat down here at Buckingham Palace for a TV interview with Emily Maitlis for BBC Newsnight. He was hoping to address allegations and the controversy that had dogged him for years in the wake of his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. Instead of drawing a line under it all, his decision to give an interview to the BBC sparked many more questions, but few could have imagined how events would go on to unfold. Here's our UK correspondent, Daniel Sanford.
Although today's arrest had nothing to do with Virginia Giuffre, this picture of her with Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell was where it all began. She said that she'd been forced by Jeffrey Epstein to have sex with Andrew, and that this picture was proof.
He knows what happened. I know what happened. And there's only one of us telling the truth, and I know that's me.
Epstein had been jailed in 2008 for prostituting girls under the age of 18, though Virginia Giuffre was not part of that case. 2 years later, in 2010, Andrew was photographed meeting Epstein in New York and even filmed staying in the disgraced financier's home. In his infamous Newsnight interview, he said he'd gone there to break off contact with Epstein.
By mutual agreement during that walk in the park, we decided that we would part company, and I left, I think it was the next day. And to this day, I never had any contact with him from that day forward.
The problem was the fact that once he had been convicted,
You stayed with him.
I stayed with him. And that's the bit that as it were, I kick myself for on a daily basis, because it was not something that was becoming of a member of the royal family.
The year after that 2010 meeting, Andrew stopped working as a trade envoy but continued his royal duties until 2019. And even though Epstein died in prison that year, Virginia Giuffre and his other victims continued to campaign for the truth to come out, starting what became a clamour for the release of the Department of Justice's Epstein files. The releases began last year, and when the biggest release of all came in January, the BBC found this apparent email exchange timed days before the pictures of Andrew's meeting with Epstein in New York. Andrew seems to receive some UK government reports from his visit to Asia, and within 5 minutes, his account, the Duke, appears to forward the reports to Jeffrey Epstein, the man he said he was breaking off relations with.